1972, a gathering of rugby tragics responded to a call to arms from founder Robin Croker to form a club to be known as the Bowral Blacks and to enter a team in the Canberra Cup competition. A second grade quickly followed as many local lads relished the opportunity of a game of rugby. A first grade premiership was won in 1973.
Sean Barrett, Australian Rugby Union Development Manager for the Southern Region. Mate, everything in rugby, school programs, all the way from kinder, all the way through to Colts programs, and then helping clubs run events like the Southern Highlands Sevens.
Super fucking. Who go? Yeah, I know. Should have seen it. Drive rolling over and scored. Yeah, go home. Go, boys! Go! Yeah! Quick line out! No, it was just before Canberra.
Okay, thank you for some great sponsors here today. One of them is KC Conversation for the Highlands Rugby. Field 3, 8-year-old plate.
Hi, my name's Nicole Beck and I play for the Australian Women's Sevens, and I'm just here in Bowral today in support of the Highlands Sevens. I started playing rugby sevens in 2008. I come from a touch football background and I played in the inaugural 2009 World Cup. It's amazing, that's the pinnacle of our sport, that's what everyone strives to achieve, so we're working towards the 2016 Olympics and that's my ultimate goal.
How long have you been playing rugby for, mate?
Since year 7 and I'm in year 10, so 4 years.
4 years, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are with the ladies team from all the way from Newcastle, and what's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle and...
Nicola.
Nicola. Now, Michelle and Nicola, how's it going today?
Good so far. We've won all our games, so we're into the final now. So
in the final, do you know who you're going to be playing against?
The girls in our pool have still got one more game left, but it looks like it's probably going to be Southern Inland. So I'm assuming it's kind of this area.
Okay.
In
Closed restaurants, you know, even down to the butchers that supply all the meat for today.
Absolutely.
Mate, it's just, it helps a lot of people out, and of course you can't do it without sponsors as well, and we've had good support from people, and that's what it's all about. So it's going to be, it's going to grow and grow, and as we've seen, 3 years to go from 16 to 58 is
amazing.
Big
now,
step.
In the Olympics, will that be 10-minute halves?
I'm not 100% sure. True Sevens is 7-minute halves.
Right.
It's other community organisations like the touch footy and netball and little athletics and all things like that are in this facility. But also non-profit organisations like the guys who got on board today, the 4K boys and the Thomas Kelly Foundation. We're happy for the club to be used as a fundraising facility for people.
And this is going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
So will you girls be involved in trying out for Australia?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I'm not fast enough or strong enough for the Olympic team. Some of the girls, we play with a couple of girls. We play 15s rugby with a couple of girls who play for Australia.
Wow.
And the standard of women's rugby is just going through the roof.
It appears to be that
particularly with options for sevens. You're getting a lot of girls who normally play netball or other sports, making a switch for an Olympic to switch to an Olympic sport. So it's really, really good.
Here we are at the Sevens. It's a great day for it. With us is Brian Corney. How are you, Brian?
Very good today, thank you.
So you've been a life member here, and you started in 1972.
Yeah, the club started in 72 and I joined it in 75.
Were you wearing one of the jumpers?
Yeah. No, the oldies jumpers only sort of thing, and there.
Right. How did the name come about, Bowral Blacks?
It was taken from one of the Sydney high schools in Sydney, and that was the idea that where the name of the black uniform came from, sort of thing.
With us at the moment is David Loiterton. How are you going, David?
Good, Mark. How are you?
Now, very well. Beautiful day for it.
Fantastic day.
Now, you are the
Tournament director.
Now, so 3 years in the running. How did this start?
So essentially, the way that it started was some of the coaches wanted to run sevens. I spent a lot of time in Hong Kong, and sevens is a big game up there. And the club was looking for someone to pick it up, and it's one of those things.
Fell in your lap.
Fell in my lap, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've got some boys of your own playing today.
I've got under 16s and under 14s boy playing today.
Right. And it's great to see the girls out there.
Yes, absolutely. So this year we've got women's teams. We've got 5 women's teams. These are sort of regional teams: Illawarra, Wagga, Newcastle, what have you. We want to build the women's part of the tournament, and next year we're going to bring in girls, so junior girls. So there'll be 18s, 16s, 14s.
And so how did all these other regional areas hear about this? Was it hard for the word to spread? Because there's cars everywhere, and there's people from everywhere.
Yeah, so look, the word does spread. The rugby community it's a community. We've obviously done as much as we can to promote it. But the word does spread, and one of the great things about this tournament is that it's one of the only tournaments that has seniors and juniors on the same day.
Yes.
So most tournaments have seniors only or juniors only. We have both, and I think that's quite attractive for a lot of teams. They can bring their juniors and senior teams along. So I think we're unusual in that sense, and so attractive in that sense.
Well, if you don't know a lot about rugby, one of our young presenters, he doesn't know a lot about rugby, and coming along, it is quite exciting because the games are short.
Right.
There's a lot of action. They're passing the ball wide.
Exactly.
It's not a lot of stop-starting.
That's right. And that's the whole point.
Yes.
That's the whole point. And that's the whole attractiveness of sevens. It's why it's an Olympic sport. You're able to run games fairly quickly. And as I say, it's attractive to everybody. You don't have to understand the game.
Exactly.
All you need to know is that people score tries.
That's right.
And it is exciting.
Now, at the rapid growth of the sevens, can you see this going over a 2-day period of time in the future?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I can. We're already full. We're at capacity. We're running 4 fields here, and we're running from 8:30 till 5:30. So I don't think we can get any more teams in a day. So therefore, if we want to grow, we'll have to go to 2 days. So I think it's inevitable.
So the last game today, the last final.
Yep, men's cup final.
Men's cup final. Any tips on who's going to be taking the cup?
There's a couple of teams who traditionally are strong. Teams like Randwick and Gordon from Sydney, and they're always going to have a shot. There's a couple of local teams here, Sutton Forest, who are doing really well, and so they're looking very good.
Sutton Forest Rams, isn't it? Or
Stags.
Stags. That's it. Stags.
Right.
Well, they love coming here because there's kids around all the time. We don't tolerate any sort of nonsense.
Yep.
I mean, the boys have a good time every now and again, but it's we keep that for when the kids and that are gone. And
Great. There we have it. Mark, the president. Thank you so much.
thanks, mate.
Good on you, man. Thanks.
I'd say give it a go. I came from a non-contact background as well. We've got a lot of netballers, athletics girls, so really just get in and have a go. Anyone can play it, and there's great opportunities in this sport.
Okay, here we are with the Sutton Forest Stags. We've got the captain, Josh. How are you, Josh?
I'm very well, thank you.
And also the guy, the mongrel, they call him, that put the side together, Angus. How are you, Angus?
Yeah, no, I'm great.
Now listen, the Sutton Forest Stags are tipped to be in the finals and win. How do you feel about that, Josh?
Mate, I'm pretty confident. We've been training pretty hard for it. Angus put this team together 2 years ago, and we've been training 3 times a week since. I reckon I'm feeling pretty confident.
You have to get down here for one-day tournament. There is the possibility that maybe next year, depending on teams and numbers and volunteers, There might be a 2-day tournament next year, but we'll wait and see what happens. The plate winner for 16s was the Canberra Royals. District Day. Congratulations to all teams who participated today. It's been an outstanding event in my view, and all of you have made a great contribution to rugby.